This is the GOT Evening News. I'm writer Greg. Our top story: the Queen of Bats is in critical condition following an ambush somewhere near the border of the Lapland Protectorate. We go live to a press conference at the Warren where the Tourney of Tales is underway.
Good afternoon. As I'm sure you know now, several days ago on June 17th, Siobhan, the Queen of Bats, went missing from the Nechako Valley Hospital where she was scheduled for cancer surgery. What we now know is that it appears that she was following the trail of AUSLA Commander DM Stretch, who of course is still missing in action. Apparently, when he was serving House Chiroptera as part of the Varangian Guard in the First World War, they made sure that he had an implant that enabled him to tune into the BAT network, their communication message network. The signal was activated. It hadn't been in several months. She went to see if she could determine the source of the signal. She apparently tracked him for several days and was finally ambushed by unknown parties in a location that shall remain undisclosed for the moment, but yes, it was near or on the Lapland Protectorate. Fortunately, her dog, Banshee, is an incredibly bright dog and managed to find her way to the Warren and the Tourney of Tales, well, the Tourney site, and got my attention. I, of course, don't speak dog and couldn't really understand other than something was horribly wrong. Fortunately, there was a wolfen literamancer named Moon Moon who was present, and I asked him to translate for me. They led me to the site along with AUSLA member and my sibling, Prince Eli Quake, one of the Nightwings, Dan Linnea, and a Toraroo to where she was laying injured. Her throat was cut. There was signs that there had been a struggle. There were no bodies on site. Since then, we brought her back to the private hospital facilities here in the Warren, where we're certain that we can keep her secure. And she's recovering, and actually fairly quickly, thanks to our doctors and some litteramantic healing. Thank you very much. I will now take questions.
Daciana Gray, MSNBC. My sources suggest that both you and the Bat Queen suspect the company of being behind the commander's appearance and the attack. Do you have any evidence?
We can't be certain of the identity of her attackers, no.
Lily Grayson, Game of Thrones News.
Yes.
Isn't it a bit concerning that this happened on or near the Lapland Protectorate? Are you concerned about a potential diplomatic incident between the bunnies and the bats?
Well, I hope Chiroptera isn't going to take it too personally. We've done our best. It was certainly above and beyond the call of duty for her to go after my missing AUSLA commander, and I'll forever be grateful for it. But, you know, it's one of the reasons why we brought her back here. It was the closest facility, and we needed to make sure she was okay. Yeah.
Walter Montgomery, CNN. Can you please tell me how Queen Siobhan is doing?
She's conscious. She's writing.
Perdita Main, BBC. So I assume the police are investigating?
Yeah, forensics is investigating, of course. We also have a literamancer working with them on the scene to conduct any magical forensics that might be required. Yes.
Quick follow-up on that. Will the RCMP be sharing their findings with the public?
I don't know the answer to that, I'm afraid.
Will we be able to speak with Queen Siobhan as well?
Well, I'll talk to her and I'll see if she's willing to speak to you when she's finished recovering. Right now, she's still very ill from blood loss. Okay, great. Thank you all. I think that's all I have time for today. If there are any further questions, you may address them to my Ausla Commander, Katorpoi. Thank you.
Commander DM Stretch remains missing in action at this time. The company denies any involvement. We received this official statement from their press liaison.
It's come to our attention that there have been some slanderous statements slung at the company. We certainly don't want these falsehoods to grow beyond what particular parties can handle, and would prefer to nip them in the bud here on the delightful Got News Network. We send our greatest sympathies to the Queen of Bats for what she's currently going through. We recognize the pressure a situation like this can put on anyone, which is why we understand how baseless accusations can be erroneously thrown about. To the mother of bunnies, rather than jump to any absurd conclusions, or continue to make defamatory statements about the company, have you considered that perhaps it's time to slow down a bit, dear? Some might say the things you've been spreading teeter on sheer propaganda, which can lead down a dangerous road. We wouldn't want you, literomancers, putting anyone else in harm's way with these wild ideas. At the company, we only care about keeping the public safe and informed about potentially dangerous subjects. Would we stand here before you and lie? How ridiculous. We know the public is smarter than to fall for such false information. In the days and weeks ahead, we look forward to showing the public that they are finally in safe hands.
We'll be following this story closely and will keep you updated on any new information. House Melis is suing Dark Moon Press for what they say was the illegal publication of some of Lord Galacron's personal notes. Printed under the title The Book of Necrosis, the book is causing quite a stir. A New York Times #1 bestseller, the publishers claim that the book is a printing of Lord Galacron's personal journals on the Void. The contents have been characterized as disturbing by some, and downright hilarious by others. We have reached out to both Dark Moon Press and House Melis, but both declined to comment. Tonight on The Straight Shot, a close-up examination of Voiders Anonymous, whose Void lore streams have been going viral. Most think they're an elaborate joke, but what if they are serious? What are the implications? Does their beautiful chaos hide genuine mental disturbance? Is there an existential threat to the realm? And what does this say about the mental state of the Mother of Bunnies, a recently initiated member? Tune in tonight, right here on the GOT. Coming up after the break, the current standings of the Tourney of Tales, the literomancers to watch, and our pick for the pennant. Are you sure you want to run this? I know Sable. She's under a lot of stress, but she's hardly... I just don't want to say anything that could result in another lawsuit. Defamation. Yes, sir. Well, all right. I know what my job is. Very well.